Okay, everybody, and I hope everyone's doing okay. Oh, let's see. Get my brain back into this a bit. So we haven't replaced anything much here, but I wanted to show you. Okay, those are the skills, right? Devotion point wise. Scroll out. Got that. Got that. Got that. This pieces of the tree. This one. 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 And the reason I think we're doing up here is to get access. When I go pets. Uh-huh. See? Uh-huh. 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 That looks nice, doesn't it? So what do I need for that? I need a 3. Something that's blue 3. One, two, three. Okay. So you take this, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54. So that would just about do it. So we'll go somewhere. But anyway, so yeah, bad time of the year, your roommate just takes off on you, doesn't pay rent, and you gotta find somebody else, and then so other people, and then my landlady decides to be, you know, take her frustrations out on me when I haven't done nothing wrong. I guess whatever. It's like one of those things where the day that I talked to her, like, okay, so if you're on a lease, you can get a thing called a sublet, and this is a little bit of Ontario, Canada knowledge. So you put in writing, can I sublet a room in here, and they have to give a good reason why they shouldn't. You shouldn't, right? And they can't just turn around and say, well, we want you to move out so we can get more money. That's not a good enough excuse. And if they don't get back to you within 7 to 30 days, that's consent. So after a week, that's the same as saying yes. So the problem is that I have another. I'm on disability in Canada, in Ontario, Canada, and I'm in touch with somebody and their worker whose concern is that very fact that you don't have something in writing or some shit. So I sent that to him. Hopefully he'll be smart enough to send that to his worker and say, listen, what I'll do is I'll show you in writing that I put forth from an email to this Ed Green, who's above my landlady. All right, because she sat there in front of another guy, telling me and him that she's given written notice to all of us for somebody to take over for her while she's mourning a death of a relative, which she hasn't done. And I told her, I don't have that. No one has put that through the mailbox in my door. There's nothing. I checked my mail there. Okay? Sorry, like you haven't done your. I have no contact information then technically for the building, which is a violation of the law, right? So how do you remedy that? You then withhold your rent. They take you to the tribunal for non-payment of rent. You keep your rent money, and you say, I don't have any contact information. They have to then give you the contact information. Okay. And it's not just somebody that you leave a message to and they never get back to you. Okay, this is somebody who has to pick up a phone and actually talk to you. Okay, that's the problem here, right? And this is what happens when your rent is $500 a month cheaper than somebody new coming into the building and getting a 2-bedroom apartment. And it's so, yeah. So now, a couple months ago, I said, "Well, I'm surprised you don't give me any grief to try and get rid of me because the rent's $500 a month difference." No, she goes, "No, no, no, you're good. You're a good guy. You're all right." So now I'm on the bad, I guess, right? Because I got rid of a roommate who's a junkie, basically. I won't tolerate stuff like that because I'm running this YouTube channel. All right, like that. It's not just that. It's that it never leads anywhere good. Any of that shit. Just a big waste of money anyway. Better things to do with your life. Let's go kill things. So, okay, a guy with a broken back is now running around cleaning up after this moron and following the law because he just skipped out and technically he has his last month's rent and could come back and go, "Well, you threw out my stuff. I could have you charged for that." So I put it all out on the front balcony. I don't care. It's not my problem. It's -20 outside. Stupid asshole. I mean, here's a guy that was getting up. Every time I would go to bed, he'd get up and start making noises in the apartment that would keep me up. Right? And this has only started the last couple of months, right? And then he started shitting blood, I guess, in the toilet. And I was starting to get sick. So what do you do, people? What do you do? You don't know that he's doing weird shit yet. You haven't gone sneakily into his room to find out because you're not breaking the law, right? So one day, I lent him a fan. I wanted my fan back, so I went in to get my fan. And here's all these needles in the floor. I mean, holy shit. What's wrong with this guy? Wow. That's why he doesn't come back. He's embarrassed. That's what it is. I mean, he's left behind some stuff, so whatever. I should have an auction sale and just sell it all. But you can't do that yet either, because the law says you got to wait 30 days. So I'm not getting arrested for theft or something when I didn't steal nothing. That's another one. Little lessons for you about laws. Oh yeah, I didn't turn that thing on, so I gotta do this.
Hey, do we have any of that plutonium Nyborg left?
Here comes an empty. Go kill him, will you? So I was gonna do the Indiana Jones game, but it didn't get any traffic whatsoever. I'm kind of disappointed because it's actually a fun game to play. I just stick to what people like to see, Like I like playing this game too, But there are other games that I have, right? At this high level. So anyway, I wanted to touch base with most of you. I'm going through some shit. Everyone does. Blah, blah, blah. I'll deal with it. There's been some people that, I normally wouldn't maybe give a chance to, but maybe I will because, you know, I'm in a bind, right? It's one of those things. So you just kind of go, okay, we'll see how this works. It's the whole point of this. The whole point of everything is just don't get too depressed about it. You know, there's not much you can do about anything. The one thing I will say is if I don't find somebody by, you know, near close to the end of the month, then I'm just gonna go find another place to live and just throw out all this garbage that I don't want. And if anybody thinks they're gonna get anything for nothing, I'll make sure I wreck something so that it's of no use to anybody else. And then I won't bother, you know, I'll just take the garbage that I have of this guy's and just leave it there. And then I don't have to, you know, let them take it out. Not my fucking problem, man. You know.
It's only the beginning.
Come on over here with these things. Always good for a little XP. Oh, really? Wanna fight? Come on over here, buddy. Takes care of you. Purple. Purple. Looking like an undead general. Anyway, I was even on the phone with one girl. I guess she's doing some kind of a job or studying for school, and she's at the hospital. And I was cracking some jokes. She's laughing pretty good. So he's just like one of those things where, you know, you got to have a little bit of humor in it all. And people. The one thing I'll say is one of the reasons why. Oh, here we go. Here's another nemesis. Lots of gold, but only blues. Okay. Let's go knock these down. This build is just a joy. Very little seems to be hurting me before I end up killing it. It's not even maxed out yet. The pets are doing just amazing, which I'm happy about. where we are. Yay. So anyway, a little update video. I'll get more back into things once I get all this stuff sorted out. It's just, you don't want to be sitting here playing video games while life is, you got to deal with your real life. That's another kicker. That's why it's such a pain in the butt. But, you know, you got to do what you got to do, everybody. And you got to be safe doing it. This is another thing. Usually the last time, what I did was I would meet somebody at a coffee shop, which went out of business, right? And if they were cool and good, then they went to the next level where I would have them over here to see the place, right? I mean, it's always amazing to see how some people try to con you, but gotta admit, this last one, holy jeez. I'm just glad the guy's out of here. Whatever. I'll tell you, I haven't had more sleep in months. This has been a couple of months where he started doing this. I actually, you know, think about it. You're getting sick and ill, and all you're doing is going from here to the bathroom, and maybe to your fridge. And that's. I did that for 2 weeks, and I was wondering why I was getting sick. And he would come in and he'd get sick, and then I was like, oh, okay, so you're making me ill, right? And there's some kind of weirdness going on in the bathroom here. Well, that's it. I did. I put a lock on the door, and that was, I think, the message to the guy, like, get the fuck lost. You know, it's kind of funny, but it's not, right? Makes you wonder what he was doing to go to the bathroom. Going to somebody's place. Anyway, good luck to him. I hope you get yourself sorted one day, because he seemed like a decent enough person at first. I guess they all do, right? Everyone does. It's the later stages where it's sad to see. He got mouthy one day, so I went away for an hour. And this is what you do, eh? You wait an hour and you come back and say, hey, tough guy, how's it going? And he's all slumped in his bed because his drugs wore off. That is kind of funny. That's why Hitler lost the war. He gave everyone drugs and then they wore off. There you go. So I wanted to show you here the undead general. Look at that guy. Come on over here, buddy. Oh, wait. He looks like a Grim Reaper, eh? Hey, boys. He's in behind there. He only lasts a little while, though. But it's long enough that if you have a big fight, I put it along the bottom here. I'll use this one, and then this one, right? And then do a fight. And then if I need another shield a little bit later, I got that one to work with too, right? Anyway, boys and girls, have some fun, you know. I'm just going to go back to doing what I was. More moving things around. Yeah, well, you know, this is the way it is. Anyway, everybody, have fun and take care.